YouTube's resident cat lover Shane Dawson is back with a new video that isn't very good at all, and unfortunately may end up in some people getting fired from their jobs. Welcome back. My name is Lauren. This is Kenneth, and I want to discuss how Shane's careless, reckless nature and his band of enablers are putting people's jobs at risk by framing low-level employees in a bad light when they may not even deserve it. This video was framed from the beginning as Shane questioning if big makeup retailers like Sephora and Ulta are selling used makeup to discount stores for a cheaper price.
So you know when you go to a nice makeup store and you buy an eyeshadow palette, you use it a couple times, you realize you don't like it, so you want to return it. You go back to the nice makeup store and you say, hey, it's not working, can I return it? They say, of course, here's your money back. What do you think they do with the used products?
That's the main theory. That's what the video starts off with.
So what if that returned used makeup is getting sold to a discount store and they put that used returned makeup on the shelves and sell it for a cheaper price?
Well, spoiler alert, not only does he never answer the main question, the main theory of this video, the entire hour-long snooze fest isn't even about that theory. Instead, he tries to catch his local TJ Maxx in a gotcha moment by buying makeup and then returning it to see if they will put that makeup back on their shelves for purchase. The video starts with him FaceTiming his pronoun-hating bestie, Jeffree Star.
Hey, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh shit.
Oh my god, hi!
The timing?
To save us some time, I'll acknowledge right now that pretty much everything that they discuss is irrelevant to the video, and it's like sporadically placed like in bits and pieces as you watch. It's basically used as filler clips. The meat of the video starts off with him explaining to Ryland and his podcast co-host Lizzie that 4 years ago he allegedly started doing this experiment, and the only reason he didn't put it out was because of COVID.
And I might have done this 4 years ago.
What's supposed to happen is, they burn them all or throw them all away, right? But what does happen?
And it might have worked 4 years ago. And I might have called my lawyer. And my lawyer might have said, well, to avoid getting sued, you have to find people around the country to do this experiment as well. So I found 5 different people in 5 different states. And I had them do the experiment where they went in to the discount store.
Okay, Shane, we're going in. We're gonna get some stuff, messed it up a little bit.
Bought makeup, fucked it up, returned it.
We're gonna return these guys with the markings.
Went back the next day, and they found it on the shelf in all 5 states it happened.
Now, I have lots of thoughts on this. Number one, he only showed one of the alleged 5 people he had doing this experiment 4 years ago. And that one person is his brother, and he doesn't even actually show anything to prove that he actually did this experiment. Also, I was able to count at least 6 times that he used this elusive 4 years ago number to prove that this has happened before, this is a long-standing issue.
4 years ago.
We have to be really not obvious with the camera because 4 years ago they kicked us out.
4 years ago, it was so much worse. These are a lot better than 4 years ago. In the last 4 years, and 4 years ago, it happened in California.
So with that being said, Shane, Ryland, and Lizzie decide to go to their local discount store, TJ Maxx.
They wouldn't shut the fuck up. How much they love you.
And the goal is that Shane is going to go in there and just mosey around. Lizzie is going to buy some makeup items.
My plan is to have you buy the makeup and you return the makeup. So we'll buy a few things, we'll buy makeup and a jacket and a pillow, so it's less obvious.
And then when they get back to the house, they're going to mark it and then return it back to that discount store to see if they end up putting it back on their shelves. So they're in the store, and Shane and Ryland are just, they're aghast. Look at their faces, okay? They're looking at these broken eyeshadow palettes going, why would they even sell that?
Okay, let me lay on the first palette I picked up. Look. That's crazy. Why would they even sell that? This is on their floor. Look at that. People are touching that, and it's on the floor. They should just throw that away. Why would they sell that?
And you're going on and on about how you can't sell that.
You can't sell that. That one's not that broken. But you can't give that to somebody. Like,
No, you sell it to them.
There are teenagers walking around and children walking around who see makeup and their mom's busy looking at, like, I don't know, a hair straightener, and the kid's gonna start digging into the makeup. That's not like a shocking revelation.
I feel bad because some employees came up and they were so nice. That's why I'm not going to say what the store is, because I don't want anybody to get in trouble.
it's also not their fault.
It's not their fault at all. Well, it's the corporation's fault.
Yeah.
How would they even sell that?
Also, I don't think that the employees care what you choose to spend your money on. If you decide to buy an eyeshadow palette, I don't expect them to open it up and inspect it and be like, this is damaged, you can't have it. So after they're done shopping, Shane and Rylan decide to go outside and to discuss what they experienced inside the store.
Okay, first of all, I feel terrible because everybody's so nice. Like, all the employees were nice. They were offering to give me a discount.
Oh my gosh.
But here's what I will say in their defense. Way better than 4 years ago. Which I know sounds crazy, considering half that makeup looked like it was shoved up an ass. But 4 years ago, it was so much worse.
It was worse?
So much worse. I'm talking used beauty blenders put back in a package. Like, that bad.
And Shane explains that he was recognized and the employees were so nice to him. So he wants us to know it's not the employees' fault at all, guys.
I don't know much about this, but if I saw that, I'd be horrified.
In their defense, there's not much they can do.
If someone had like a skin disease and they were touching that, you know what I mean? And then you put it on your face.
And then Shane decides to say, no one knows what store this is, right?
I don't want anybody in trouble. But nobody knows what the store is, right?
It could be any discount
Could be
store.
any
There's a
discount
lot
store.
of them.
Nobody knows what the store is, right? And if you decide to, figure out what stores I'm talking about, that's on you. I'm just calling it a discount store.
Yeah, Shane, we do know what store it is. You went to TJ Maxx. You decided, I'm going to blur TJ Maxx and I'm not going to say their name out loud so that I can't get sued because all I care about is myself, but I'm going to conveniently leave a couple of clips unblurred and I'm going to go the extra mile and I'm going to show the exact store number so that you know exactly which location I shopped at and which location the employees offered me a discount at.
They were offering to give me a discount.
A discount that I probably shouldn't have been offered in the first place, but it's okay. I'm going to tell everyone anyway. I don't know if you're wrong for buying makeup and trying to see if a store is putting used items back on the shelf. I don't think you're wrong for that. What I think you're wrong for is framing it in such a malicious light and also pretty much doxing the location of where these employees worked. These employees who have less than you and probably really need their jobs, but it doesn't matter as long as you get the views and the money, right, Shane?
All right, so let's go home, investigate, look at it, and then decide if we want to take it to the next level. Maybe we won't. Okay, let's go.
So they get back to the house to inspect the makeup that they bought. And the first palette that they open is this icy palette that Ryland has his eyes on. And inside, the mirror is broken. Which it's probably broken because Shane decided to dump everything on the table as soon as they got there. So they're opening up these makeup palettes. Nothing's wrong with the makeup. They're trying to say that there's like a smudge that we can't really see on camera.
Pretty good. So far, so good. Oh, okay, this one looks good. This is going well.
It looks like someone opened it, but I don't think they used it.
But no prints.
And then they find some palettes that have like little issues.
Yikes. That's not great.
That was sealed and it has that?
And they keep saying this line about, that was sealed. This was sealed.
Yeah, that was sealed. This one is really sealed, so this shouldn't be used.
Shane, what does that even mean, that it was sealed? It was just in a cardboard box. There's nothing sealed about it being in a cardboard box that is easy to open and then close back up. And then they keep reiterating the line about how this broken makeup should not be for sale. Okay, If it's really sealed, as you said, how would the employee know that it's not good for sale? And if you want to go back to the original theory of this video that you decided to then not make the video about, the reason why Sephora and Ulta don't run into these issues is that they have testers out. The testers are for people to see, is this eyeshadow good? Let me swatch it. Let me see the color of this lipstick once it's swatched. They have these testers out for that reason, and then the products that the customers end up buying is locked away behind the display or in a drawer underneath the display that the employee is able to unlock with a key. It doesn't mean that people still don't get makeup palettes that are broken once they get home, but it just means that 9 times out of 10 you're going to be getting something that isn't touched and isn't broken. These discount stores are not makeup stores. They sell all kinds of home goods. So one, they're not going to have the kind of displays needed to keep extra palettes locked away like that. They don't have the inventory for that to even be feasible. So what they do is they have all of this makeup out on a display, and if you want to open it and look at it yourself, you can. Nobody said that these places are ran the most efficiently. The problem is the way that you're framing it. Oh, by the way, I'd like to interrupt this video with a clip of Ryland deciding to floss his teeth while Shane was filming and then suck the plaque off of it. That's fucking gross, Ryland. Now, the next day, Lizzie returns the makeup. No issues.
Okay, they took it.
Oh no!
Without any questions?
I just said my husband doesn't want these socks. I recorded the conversation. They were also trying to learn Portuguese.
What?
Yeah, it was a whole fucking thing.
The next day, they decide to send Shane in to see if those products are on the shelf.
Are you actually nervous?
Because I don't want drama. But I do think it's important to expose this if they're still doing this.
Yeah.
Because the amount of women I saw last night, getting makeup from there, it was a lot. It was like I was at Ulta. And I was just like, do they know there's shit in this? Do they know?
This is when Shane decides to come out, and this is when he doxes the store. So he gets in the car and he wants to show that these are the same makeup palettes that they had bought originally. Earlier in the video, they had marked stars inside the boxes of each of the palettes that they were going to be returning.
I'm just gonna rip it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh my God.
And as he shows, those stars are there. At one point, he deviates into this random side conspiracy about how a YSL lip gloss is the same as this L'Oreal lip gloss and brings up how L'Oreal owns YSL.
So first I have the YSL, that's the packaging. Next, the L'Oreal. So even just side by side, it's the same color in the bottle. If this is legit, this would be the biggest scam of all time. Wait a minute. No.
This is so blatantly boom. I think people are going to be shook.
And they're acting as if they're scamming consumers into buying this more expensive lip gloss when this much cheaper alternative exists. And what confuses me is that pretty much everyone knows that that's a thing. There's a reason why makeup dupes exist, and there's a reason why you can go to Walmart and you can see a face wash, and then next to it there's a little sign that says, hey guys, just so you know, this is the same as that face wash. This one's just cheaper and has different packaging. The formulas can be the same. This isn't news to everyone, is my point. And I would say he also doesn't take into consideration the fact that YSL's packaging is going to be higher quality than the L'Oreal packaging, and packaging costs money. So if we're going to talk about why there would be a difference in price, that could be a reason why, and he doesn't even acknowledge that. But with all that being said, what is the lesson here? Well, Shane wants to bring up rules and regulations.
But I have a backup plan to really showcase how they're not following rules and regulations and how they're actually putting people in danger.
And I tried looking into this. I don't see that there are any rules and regulations when it comes to selling used makeup. Even TJ Maxx itself, their policies are pretty general when it comes to makeup and returns of makeup. And from what I can tell, it seems like they give each store's manager control over how they decide to run their specific location. So who's to say that the employees at this TJ Maxx that they went to aren't following their manager's instructions, that if there's a makeup item that looks like it's been used, they just sanitize it and put it back on the shelf. And if it's broken, they might destroy it. And I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, it's okay that they sanitize it and put it back on the shelf. In my opinion, they shouldn't even sell makeup at all. In my opinion, if you can't have a tester and then have the actual products that you'll be selling locked away, if you're not able to sell things that way, maybe don't even sell makeup at all. So again, I'm not here to defend that. What I am here to defend are the employees that he's throwing under the bus who are probably just minding their manager's instructions. And now TJ Maxx corporate is going to come down hard on them with a hammer because this big YouTuber decided to expose them, and not just TJ Maxx as a whole, but specifically the location in Aurora. And before you're like, Lauren, why are you calling attention to this? I'm not the first person to figure this out. On the Shane Dawson subreddit, people have already found that location. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of Shane's fans have already made calls to corporate. I've seen on Twitter that they've already been tagging TJ Maxx and asking them why they're doing these kinds of things. So Shane, I hope it was worth it. I hope that the little amount of money that you make from this video is worth people's jobs, and you making a shitty video under the guise of trying to help people makes you sleep at night. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to follow me on my socials. Please feel free to hit subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye, guys.
I don't want anybody in trouble, but nobody knows what the store is, right?
It could be any discount
Could be
store.
any
There's a
discount
lot
store.
of them.